But I like the idea of being lost in a book.
Yes.
I mean, I'd be thrilled with my chick kid. And I have a girl who does get lost in her book. But if I thought they were all being lost in their books rather than lost in a haze of technical things, I'd be quite pleased. I don't mind them getting lost. You know.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to do, especially to be allowed to, you know, because obviously as you grow older, you need to manage your time a bit better, and sometimes you do want to get lost into something and you just can't.
Yeah.
But it's a skill you have to learn. You have to get your brain into. It's the same with my painting, isn't it? I have all these jobs that need done, and I've had to learn to. Okay, you go in and you go out very quickly. When you're in, you're completely in, but then you step out as well, and then you can figure something out. Otherwise, you know, nothing gets done, and then I wouldn't be able to be a mother, a wife, a housekeeper, blah 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 blah. You know, I'll just be the scruffy artist, which is quite empty. It'd be quite nice, but I do have other responsibilities, and I do take them seriously. I spent a lot of time looking at other artists, other works, trying to figure out. Technically, it was quite important for me to have developed a certain level of drawing and painting skills and be very confident with the medium that I use, which is oils. So all those technical aspects were really what I've been developing in the past 15 years. Well, 10 really. And then now it's about, okay, what do I do? Let me just do this. What do I do with all this technical stuff? You know, what is it that I want to say? So I want to say what I observe. And I observe people. And I observe their emotions, I observe how they love each other, how they hate each other, how, despite everything else that goes around, it is still people who are the causes of everything we do, all the motivations that we have to do whatever it is that we do as humans. It is to do with love or lack of it. So this is about families, because it's where you start, isn't it? It's where it all begins. I started with a broader view of family that included my mum, my brother, and other people that have made an impact on myself. And then throughout the process you realise that the message can get easily diluted. So in the process of trying to concentrate what it was that I wanted to say, I ended up focusing on just the immediate family, which is those people that I see every day, which is basically my children and my husband. Then within that there are, again, a plethora of images that we collect, especially nowadays with digital cameras. So I tried to focus on images which were beautiful in terms of their own composition, but they had some sort of little story about what children are in general. So in a way, without being too pretentious, try to be slightly universal about it. So anyone could look at those images, even if there were no parents, if they weren't parents themselves, but they could somehow relate to it. So one of the hardest parts of trying to work is the start-stop nature of it. The combining motherhood with housekeeping, with being a wife, and then having to have the brain space to shift from all those roles and get into the studio and immediately know what I'm supposed to be doing. This is after the summer holidays, a time where there was a natural break as the kids were at home. And now I'm back here, trying to remember what it is I'm supposed to be doing. As you know, there is one addition to everything else that goes on in life, which is Ross's brain thing. Practicalities of doctors and appointments and trying to figure out what is the best course of treatment, speaking to people, googling things, and all that is quite tiring mentally and emotionally, I suppose. But as you can see, it's a lot of juggling, but I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing how it goes. This is about sharing with you the process of creating this show and sharing my life with you in a way. So this is my life, combining all these roles. Lots of people are doing exactly the same out there with a lot more going on. So let's just get on. So today what I'm going to be priming the canvases today with acrylic. What we have to do is I'm trying to guess how much paint I'm going to need for all the 12 panels and mix in one batch so the tonality is consistent throughout. I'm using acrylics because it is a medium that dries faster, and I need it to dry so I can get on with the painting. So here you go, this is my base colour. I might layer it with other colours as we go along, but that's the grounding, if you like. That's the colours that's going to shine through the whole painting. So it's going to hold it together. Yesterday we went back to the hospital. Every time I go to the hospital, I feel like I've been punched everywhere, very hard. And it's really a physical reaction where I feel tired and exhausted and sad, and all I manage to do is cry. And it takes me in waves as I'll be perfectly fine 1 minute, and then it just sort of wells up and I cry, and then it comes back again. So this is a very exhausting process, but I walk through it. I try to find ways to heal myself, and my ways are to go and see beautiful pieces of artwork. So I've been to the gallery, the Aberdeen gallery today, and looked around, and that always fills me with inspiration. I saw a friend, I had a pie, I went to see a play. That was really fun. I walked around, and it's sunny today, and I'm going to a networking event tonight, so I'm killing time, pardon the pun, at the graveyard, because I needed to speak to the dead. So here I am. Okay, mid-December, here I am, all wrapped up for winter. Now today is quite an important day. It's the day that I start on faces. Now we know that these paintings will not have any features because with the whole concept of making them more abstract, just about the shapes, and to be a bit more universal so people can relate to them without paying too much attention to who they represent. The foreground itself. The two vases as well. I want to have them right at the edge of the canvas because, well, really, it was to do with proportions of the paper. And then it grew into the idea of, there's a painting, one of Caravaggio's painting, where a fruit basket, is right on the border of a table, just about to fall off. And that's kind of a reference to it. And if you wanted to conceptualize it even further, it's to do with the fragility of marriage and the fragility of pretty things in general. Okay, so today we are at the second week of March, and just to show you how it goes, after spending days working on this piece here, on this sort of whitish area, trying to get a sense of depth and folding and all that kind of stuff, today I decided that I didn't like it because it didn't follow the feeling of all the other pieces. All the other pieces are plain, left alone, blue background that gives the shape of the person or the people almost a sort of a cut out silhouette, which I liked because it's very graphic and very sharp in places. And this one was the only piece where the background wasn't blue. And because of the scene, I wanted to convey that kind of bedroom feel to it. And then all of a sudden I thought, why not? Why can't I just get the same concept going here as well, where I keep what's important, so I keep that in a sense to give the sense of the bed and lying down, so that's indication here of the pillow, and over here on the reference picture there is a sort of a towel that I kind of liked the shape of, so I'm just sort of blocking in. And here you go.
So you could even say it blows like a flash, like all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games like Monopoly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, ho, ho. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you light my sleigh tonight? Then all the others...
Dealing with the prospect of losing someone that you love, it's never fun. And it's quite a physical process, I've come to realize. It doesn't just happen in your mind, it happens in your whole body. There is a heaviness to your body, there is a confusion to the brain, there is a difficulty to focus on things and just to be joyful in general. So it's a real struggle to overcome all that and to be able to still get out of bed, to still smile, to still plan your day and go through the motions of cleaning and showering and cooking and having an interest for people and for your children, although they are precious, and for working, I ask myself, what is the point? What is the point of getting up and picking up a paintbrush and painting? I mean, in the scheme of things, that doesn't change anything. That doesn't make any difference at all in how the world goes round and how my husband is and anything. But you know what? The option is to give up and just to sit down, I suppose, somewhere dark and wait for the inevitable, which is we're all gonna die, I'm afraid to tell you. So one tries. It is hard though. I'm finding it very difficult to focus. So I thought a good way of starting the session today, the painting session, is to having this little conversation and to get it out of my system and then to do it. So I'm gonna go and do it.
Don't be hell, baby, ho, baby, ho. I can't do it.
No. I was prodded by a footman. I was kicked, okay? All you viewers in the future, look.
Get up.
No, don't do the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, get up.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, chimpanzee. Okay, right. Your turn?
Okay, frog.
How do you do a frog noise again? Croak. Okay. Croak. 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 You're trying to... The strangest frog ever. Okay.